the session is going to be very interactive. Feel free to stop me wherever you feel you are not, you want to ask anything. So, from the treasury point of view, we are very happy and for your support, and we are willing to continue building strong relationships with you. Basically, treasury we have some products that we do. These include buying and selling of currencies. Basically, if you want to do any foreign exchange transactions, you feel free to contact us. We'll be available to handle all your requirements. We do have treasury products like forward contracts. This is where you anticipate, you want to hedge yourself. Let's say you are an importer and you feel that rates are going to move up in future, so you come to us and you book a rate which will be used in the future when you are expecting the money. However, we do create lines for you. So that's what a forward contract means. Then we do swaps. Swaps is where you, let's say you have a lot of dollars but you don't have shillings. So basically, as the bank, we have a lot of shillings. Then you, the customer, you have a lot of dollars, or the reverse. So you come to us, you give us the dollars, then we give you the shillings which you require. Or the reverse is also true. So that's what a swap means. Then we do call deposits. This is where you give us your deposit and we will be able to give you some small interest. Then we do market intelligence. Let's say we'll be able to update you through our daily brief what is happening in the market, share our rates with you, and so that's what market intelligence means. Then we do participate in government treasury bills and auctions. Those are government securities. We can buy for you treasury bills with the government. So you give us the money, then we'll be able to participate for you in the auction. So that's what government securities is all about. So the Forex market outlook, basically that's the graph shows the trend, how the shilling has been faring against dollar, and you see overall it has been weakening on a large trend, and this could be attributed to several factors. Uganda being a net importer, its balance doesn't have favorable balance in terms of trade. Basically, we import more, and so we are always buying dollars to import products from abroad. Then also the dollar has been strengthening over time. Let's say if they increase Fed rates in the US, then most likely the shillings will be affected. So there could be many factors attributed to the weakening of the shilling, but that's what the graph looks like. So the key highlights in the economy, we have the inflation standing at around 3.3, though the government would want to, has a target of about 5%, which is still a struggle. So in order to stimulate economic growth, then inflation should be around 5%, but for now it's still around 3.2, 3.3. Then the economic activities, because it has been improving over time, we have lending rates improving from 22 to 17 to 19, around there. Again, that's for the shilling. So basically, Bank of Uganda would want the interest rates to go down so that there's economic growth in the economy. Then merchandise trade balance will still remain 40%, importers most attributed energy sector. So that's all. Maybe my colleague can also.
Hi, good morning. My name is Imran, and I just want to touch a few aspects that have already been mentioned by my colleague Julius. If you take me to the previous slide. So people will argue that inflation has not reached 5%, but how come Bank of Uganda raised its key lending rates from 9 to 10%? Good argument, right? Argument here is that if you see last month, your inflation almost touched 3.7, 3.8%. And that gave Bank of Uganda some room to increase the interest rates. 5% is the target, but in any economy, 200 basis points, that is 2% up and down, is allowed. So the moment Bank of Uganda saw that the market had moved to around 3.7, they decided to come in and increase the interest rates a little bit. So what happens when you increase the interest rates? When you increase the interest rates, you pull the money out of the economy, and people now don't have so much spending room. So once they don't have so much spending room, inflation starts to come down. And remember, this inflation was temporary. The reason why it was there because fuel had gone almost touching $100 a barrel. There's a lot of speculation that it may even cross $100. So yes, so that's what had happened. But if you see now recently, even your treasury bills, that is your government securities, are coming back to normal range. If you saw, there was a lot of fluctuation, touched to 14, came back down to 13, then went back to 12.5. So yes, that's one of them. And as of now, since we remain 40% net importers, basically meaning that at a given point of time, the economy is importing 40% more than what is exporting. So what does that give you? A hint that year on year, the market will continue to go up until your exports increase. But the way I see in the near term, that is not likely to happen. All right? And just as of September, Bank of Uganda reserves, every central bank has foreign reserves. These foreign reserves are there in case of any uncertainty or something that comes up into the market. We stood at 3.2% of your net import cover. In other words, Bank of Uganda has enough reserves that can cater for them for the next 3.2 months. Yeah, so basically, that's the excess that they're holding, almost around $3 billion. All right, so in case of anything, and that is just marginally good enough as required by International Monetary Fund. So if you see that your Forex goes up, let's say 3,800 levels, 3,900 levels, Bank of Uganda does not really have that much room to come into the market and take the market down. Because once they will do that, the import cover will reduce below the IMF, that is International Monetary Fund requirement. So keep that in mind. So when the market goes up, do not be like, oh, Bank of Uganda is going to come into the market and rectify. They don't really have that much room. All right? So that's one of them. Can you take me to the previous chart? Yes. This chart basically, it's not that clear because the sun has decided to come out a bit too much today. But it just shows that year on year, your graph is just upwards. I don't see any dip in the graph. If you see the graph, if you can faintly see, our currency in the last 5 years has depreciated by almost 33%. It is the highest in East Africa. Compared to Kenya, compared to Tanzania, Rwanda, we're the highest. Thank God this year, we're actually doing very well. But I don't know how long that is going to last. So Uganda does have a bright future, maybe specifically when the refinery starts, and we start refining our own oil rather than importing it from outside. So once the refinery is up and running, people in the market saying that it will be able to cater for 40% of your energy requirements. Right now, energy is the biggest chunk of imports in this economy. So even if that takes care of 40% of that is taken care of, it's going to give you a big relief. All right. Another one product that I'd like to touch is something called a swap. I'm sure my colleague touched on what a swap is, but I'd like to tell you something extra about swap. Many of you have sometimes dollar requirement, and you have some shillings lying in your account. What happens? Or you have shillings lying in an XYZ account. What happens is, you be like, let me convert the shillings, buy the dollars, and then later on, I will, when I get my shillings or I get my dollars, it will nullify. But a swap is a beautiful product that you can use. What does a swap do? Whereby, if you have some shillings and you give it to a bank for 1 month, the bank is not going to give you any interest. Maybe it will give you 4%, 5%, 6% maximum for 1 month, if the amount is big. So what you can do, you can come to me as a treasury person and tell me, Imran, I have a dollar requirement. What I want you to do for me is take my shillings and give me dollars. So what I'm going to do for you now, I'll take your shillings, I'll give you dollars, and let's say 2 months down the line when your requirement is fulfilled, you give me my dollars back and I give you your shillings back. So what is going to happen, rather than borrowing dollars or taking an OD of dollars at 14%, you can give me your shillings at around 10 or 11%. I'll give you my dollars at a going market rate. So what you do, you save between 4 to 5% compared to what you would pay if you had to take an OD or a loan from a bank for a given point of time. It's something difficult to explain, but I'll leave my number behind. If anyone has a requirement like this, whereby you have momentarily shillings and you require dollars for time being, instead of taking an OD or changing those shillings into dollars, I can give you a product that is called a swap, which will enable you to cater for your short-term needs. All right. So and then we have call deposits, whereby you can send us the money if it's big enough, like in the range of starting from 200 million going upwards. You can place this money at a high interest rates compared to what your normal current account and saving account gives you. Give me 2 days time to pay you that money. So many times you don't have to fix your money for a long time. You say, I want to fix this money for 5 days. On the 3rd day, I'm going to tell you that I need this money back. On the 5th day, I'll return your money back. But good thing is that amount will be fetching you a higher interest rate compared to what your CASA. But this is something that additional that you'll bring to me, not something that is already on your account. That one I cannot really do much about. Something additional that you'll bring, whereby maybe you have money in Citi, Standard Chartered, or XYZ bank, and they are not paying any interest. Give that money to me. 5 days, 10 days, even 2 days, you can give the money to me. Give you a higher interest rate, and you maximize on your sleeping balances with other banks. Any questions for me? I would like to entertain any questions. Anyone?
Maybe anyone? Or would you want to have a one session with him?
All right. I guess I was good enough. When you don't have questions, that means you have touched everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can think it over, but if you have your pen and paper or your mobile phone handy with you, I'd like to give out my mobile number. Feel free to call me. I can further enlighten you on forwards, swaps, and how these products work in the Ugandan market. And it enables you to make informed decisions and maximize on your money. All right. So my number is my name is Imran, and my number is 0752 786 440. I repeat, 0752 786 440. Feel free, call me whenever you want. But thank you. That will be it. These are the few topics that I wanted to touch on. Swap is a very good product. Want to know more? Please feel free to give me a call. All right. And thank you so much. And I hope I added some value to your morning breakfast. Have a good day. Bye bye.